American Legions across Tennessee are seeing dozens of women in leadership roles, with several being commanders. And that includes 3 right here in our region. We're highlighting their stories and veterans' voices throughout the month of March. Crystal McFarland joined the Army in her mid-20s, following in several family members' footsteps.
I plan to be a lifer. My dad was retired, my uncle retired from the Air Force. So I was planning on retiring, but I ended up going into the Army as well, but that was after Grandpa, he went into the Army. My mom was also a veteran. She was the only female helicopter mechanic in her unit. And she married her crew chief, which was my father.
Her plans were cut short when she was injured and medically discharged in 2010. She knew she had to stay involved, so she and her Marine veteran husband joined several veterans organizations, including the American Legion in Greenville. That's where McFarland is the first female commander in its history.
Unfortunately, American Legion has always had a kind of a reputation of not being very accepting of women. And I think that's changing a lot. So, and I do think a lot of it has to do with the older members now have daughters and granddaughters, and they are watching them and really seeing the transition.
The American Legion has been around for more than 100 years and is the largest veteran organization in the country.
We have more programs than any other veterans organization, scholarship money for kids, PTSD classes, Be the One classes to help end suicide, all sorts of things that we bring to the table to basically change lives and save lives, and that's what the American Legion does.
Todd McKinley is the commander over all American Legions in Tennessee. He says the organization is seeing a wave of women taking on leadership roles, including the commander of the entire 1st District and at posts in Greenville, Johnson City, and Elizabethton.
You got to actually do something in the community. Well, who's doing things in the community? The women are out in the community doing things with kids and raising families and stuff like that. While back in the old days, a lot of guys would just hang out at the bar. Well, now we realize, hey, we need to be in our community working our programs and things of that nature. Well, who does it best? Well, women tend to do that best out in the community, so let's bring them into the fold.
And McFarland is doing just that at Post 64.
And she's showing people in Greene County, like, hey, more people can be involved here. It's not the old guys club anymore. Nothing wrong with old guys for sure, but she's showing people down there what you can do as a veteran, not just as a male veteran, but a female veteran just the same.
She hopes it not only creates a shift in the organization now, but also for the different branches.
Our kids are the next generation of the Legion, so we need to get these families involved now, so then the kids might join the military. Maybe they didn't think about that, and then when they get out, they can take over the post.
McFarland is also one of the youngest commanders at 42. Next week, we'll continue our series on the females who lead American Legions right here in the Tri-Cities.